Prescott on first down. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. On third down, it's Prescott. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball. Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt.
Yellow, 480. Right there, 56. I got it.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. Again, he finds an opener. And he's going to get this to the 40-yard line. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. The first carry for Josh Adams. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish? Holding that to a minimal gain.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 38. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the first down carry. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
They run on second down with Adams. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And finally wrestled down at the 11. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. On first down, Mack. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. On second down, here's a run with Mack. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Marlon Mack with touchdown number 8 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Dixon, complete.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Now left side on the swing pass. The first down screen pass, good for 5. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. On 3rd down, here's Dixon. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. But it'll be 2nd and goal. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would
even
do
know
for
why
them?
they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Point after, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kissed it on the ground.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They'll run here with Mack. Room to run again. 30, the 20. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. A big-time play there for the Texans. 49 yards on the ground. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
You better get in the way.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. On the ground, right side, it's Adams. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Josh Adams, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Texans have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up first and 10. Prescott looks to throw on first. Eluding the pressure right. And complete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tim Williams in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season.
Push it back.
Prescott from the gun. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Texans will take over with a first and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A huge play there for Houston. 45 yards on the ground. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. On first down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. Give them maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8.
Kill. Motion.
On 3rd down, a run by Mack. And he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Sanders' kick is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say, if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw. Prescott. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Quinnen Williams. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll try and hurry the kick, gets it away, but it's not looking that great. And it's going to be a short field to work with after this one. It's touchdown at the 45-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Sammy Watkins. As time expires in the first half, and the Texans push further out in front. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered defensively. A disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, but maybe we shouldn't be because I know as a defender, you've got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't interfere with the receiver because, remember, it's a spot foul, and it'd be 1st and goal if it happens in the end zone, and you don't want to give up that play. And that little bit of hesitancy often works really well for offensive guys.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now Mack. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. On the ground is Mack. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Yellow.
Mahomes now to throw. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And this will do the job nicely as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
The throw here going to be complete to Gordon. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Here go 46.
Prescott now. He lets it fly for Lockett. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. A run by Mack to start the drive. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Staying on the ground with Mack. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Throwing now is Mahomes. Forced out to his left. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Again, it brings up 2nd and 1 at the...
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Dixon again. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. On first and goal, Dixon. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Now it's Dixon. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Kenneth Dixon. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. The point after is good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you know, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think at any moment I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Let's go.
They'll try and run for this with Mack. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. Back now in Houston, it's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Check. Hey, 43, 15.
A give running right is Mack. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
On 2nd down, it's Mack, and he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They'll run with Mack. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
On 2nd down now, it's Mack. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings' 40-yard line.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They'll try and pick up the first down with Adams. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up 4th down. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Hey, 57 colors. Watch two. Blue down. Hayward, to the right. Let's go, Abby.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. And he finds Howard complete. 20. Touchdown, Houston. O.J. Howard, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tim Williams able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. After the sack on first down, Prescott, and he's going to go down again. Tim Williams in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. On 3rd down, Dixon. And he's got some space here. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves him well short for 4th down. For a running back, that's kind of depressing, right? You get all that yardage, but still no first down.
Well, it was a mile, maybe a mile and a half to the first down mark.
Yeah.
So he did all he could to get there. A little disappointing at the end, but boy, they gave it a great effort, didn't they? Got to give him a little respect for that, don't you?
And he really helped his yards per carry average, that's for sure.
Yeah, quietly, he'll take that.
Yellow. Wide. Get wide.
They'll run on first down. Mack. And